Welcome to Peter Stone. This is Peter Kozlowski, the president and CEO of Peter Stone Jewelry, established in 1987. We started manufacturing our own jewelry in 1991. In this week's video, I'd like to review all of the displays that we have for you. I think many people, many companies don't utilize the full power of the display programs that we have available, or maybe that any other companies have available. But I think it's a very powerful tool that you focus and put your jewelry in one focal point. Some people buy small little bits of jewelry, a couple hundred, and it almost seems like some people try to buy too little jewelry, and it looks like they don't have real confidence in what they're doing. So when you buy a display, you're showing confidence in the line that you have. It also raises the visibility, brings the jewelry into focus, adds the name to the brand, and makes your store look neater and cleaner. So we have several different displays, and I'll start by showing you an overall of some of these rubber wood displays that we have. And truly, this really is the secret to increasing your profits. This is not well utilized tool in my mind. There's a few good stores out there using the displays, but I think used properly and in conjunction with each other, they really bring a lot of business to you and focus. Peter Stone displays are made out of rubber wood. The rubber wood is farmed for 30 to 40 years, and it is used for rubber. The latex, much like the sap of a maple, is collected and processed, and it's the rubber that we use on a daily basis. The trees are cut down after 30 to 40 years, and then they're immediately replanted to give people jobs in the third world. Plus, it keeps our beautiful oaks standing around the world and other hardwoods. And these are really beautiful woods, these rubber woods. They're very nice. And they're every bit as beautiful as oak. But we know how long it takes to grow an oak, 60, 80, 120 years or more to get a beautiful great oak. But in the case of rubber wood, it's a farmed, easy to grow, easy to manage wood in the tropics. The first display I wanted to talk about is our GDU. It's dubbed the Great Display Unit. Why? Because it holds 9 different types of jewelry, and it's very functional. It's a great display for a medium and small size store called the One Stop Jewelry Shop. It has rings that can match earrings, that can match pendants, charms, bracelets that match any one of them. There's chains on the side in a various lengths, from 14 to 24 inches. The bracelets, 7 to 8 inches normally. Anklets, 9 to 11 inches. Then there's pads on the side where the rings go. You can have all rings. They're interchangeable pads. So this is really a flexible unit. As you can see, it's not even 1 square foot of real estate in your store. So real estate's very important, and how much you earn per square foot in your store, get your calculator out, crunch some numbers, and you could do that in a spreadsheet, and that will be another business money-making training that I'm going to give to show you how to manage space in your room, in your store, and what that really means to you as far as your earnings and utilizing the space to give you the greatest profits and return on your investment per square foot, whether you own the store or whether you rent it, whether you're at a fair or at any gift show. The GDU holds up to 72 rings. On an average, a nice balance is 60 chains. It can be more, it can be less. 30 bracelets and anklets combined are recommended, 15 on each bar. The bars come off. The bracelets and anklets simply slide on there and hang on the bars. You can have it with doors, locking doors, or without. Many people prefer it without, so you can touch the jewelry. Then it holds up to 120 earrings, body jewelry, pendants, charms, or small necklaces. The jewelry hanging cards can fill the hooks 4 deep on average. The top lid opens, and inside is a convenient storage. You can see here where the top opens. You can put anything inside: catalogs, flyers, gift boxes, gift bags. The GDU has 4 sides to it. One with the pads that are removable. They are held in by Velcro. You can have all rings. You'll see in another slide on side A the options. Side B is a fixed side. You can hook anything that you can hang on the jewelry cards. You could even put rings on there if you wanted. There's no hard and fast rules. It's really all about your creativity. And as you can see by these 4 sides, you can mix and match any jewelry. You can sell the pendants with a chain that matches a bracelet. So for example, you could sell a pendant, an earring, and give a chain half price. You can do mix and match. It really boils down to how creative can you get. And we can go into those combinations and suggestions and ideas, kind of brainstorm on the possibilities, because this is a powerful display, less than 1 square foot. So here's the closer look. Side A, as I mentioned, interchangeable jewelry pads. One slotted for 36 rings. The other is a jewelry pad that the jewelry is pinned with simple jewelry holding U-pins. It's a blank pad. It's a felt pad that can hold charms, pendants, earrings, necklaces, bracelets. Really, again, it's up to your creativity. The ring pads have 36 slots, and it can hold any rings, toe rings, ear cuffs even if you wanted. So you can customize your display. Option 1 is a pad and a ring pad if you don't want all rings. The other option is if you don't want any rings at all. I'm not sure why you might not want rings, because they're probably the best seller. I always say 1 neck, 1 set of ears generally, and 10 fingers, 10 toes. I get some feedback, oh my gosh, I have to carry so much stock in rings. But when people start wanting rings, I get what they call ring fever. They start trying on rings and which finger it will fit. And they ultimately end up buying a ring. Again, 10 fingers, 8 fingers, 2 thumbs, right? Which even opens up the door for larger size rings. And then finally, there's 2 blank ring pads, which would be any type of jewelry that you could hang on a hook. You could even pin up some rings if you wanted, but I think it looks better. The rings look better in the ring pad, of course. This is the blank pads, fairly simple, clean, easy to understand. The versatility is really, again, up to you and how you really want to display your jewelry. Here's some examples of what you could pin on there. Here is with the 2 ring displays, pads, holding a total of 72 rings. Any styles of rings fit into these pads. You can expand, and you could actually label these as a spanner ring collection, a puzzle ring collection. Spoon rings are doing very well. Spinner rings have always done well, and Peter Stone has superb quality when it comes to spinner rings. Very tight, very nicely fit spinning bands on the rings. The puzzle rings are always of interest. And then toe rings, of course, in the summertime and in warmer climates. Wedding bands, children's rings, pinky rings, knuckle rings, thumb rings, regular finger rings. The list really goes on. And our general standard ring size range is 4 to 15. But because when you order from Peter Stone Jewelry, you get to pick any size rings you want, including half sizes. We kind of discourage it, but you can have them, and there's really no extra fee until you get into the larger sizes, maybe over 15 or above sizes, 16, 17 for some large men's sizes, or some specialty sizes, 1, 2, and 3. May incur an additional fee for those rings, but not always. So you just ask your rep, or you can speak with us on the phone, or simply request it in your orders in the contact us form or in the notes section that you would like to have special sizes. We can call you or communicate with you whichever way works best. But please remember, not only is it the ring sizes that you can order, but almost any stone size types. Again, if you get more exotic in the stone choices or selections, those are more than likely going to cost you more money, understandably. So the flexibility and the availability of rings allows you to market your ring collections in a wider range and serve a huge group of markets that maybe you never thought of, such as children's rings, infants' rings, which can be held on a chain, or if you don't want children to be wearing rings, you can always have pinky rings. There's plenty of women out there that need size 2, 3, and 4 rings. They have very small pinkies, even second fingers. And then again, introduce something new. Get adventurous in your marketing. Offer knuckle rings and get creative. We can do images for you showing a beautiful hand with knuckle rings on there, pinky rings, small, thin hands to promote that, or larger hands with queen size rings, if you will, women's sizes 11, 12, even 13. So very flexible in the ring sizes. Sides B and D are the same. There's 15 hooks. They can hold anything, pendants. Generally, I suggest one side are all pendants, like this side here. And then on the other side, you have earrings that match the pendants. So you can, in fact, sell a set. And Peter Stone has gift boxes for those sets, which you'll see later on at the end of this slideshow. Holds up to 60 different products per side. That's 15 hooks, 4 deep. Generally, you would put the same type of jewelry and test and replace if something not selling well. If it's selling well, you would definitely go with the 4 deep. It's easier to sell that way. If you have a larger store, you need more volume, 4 deep of the same design. But if you have a different design underneath, you need to let your customer know and tell them, oh, I'll take a look underneath. There's other designs there for a wider selection. Side C are the chain and bracelet or bangle hooks. So you can hang on the lower bars here. They're different heights. So one is really pointed towards anklets. The lower bars pointed toward bracelets, and the different sizes make it so they accommodate the larger size of the anklets, the smaller size of the bracelets. The same with the different heights for the chains here. The longer chains, 20-inch, 22-inch, maybe even 18-inch, 24-inch on the longer chains, and maybe 16, 18-inch on the shorter, and even 14 depending on your market. So we carry these different sizes, as you can see here. The display accommodates that. You can order any size anklets. The anklets are not only 8 to 9 inches. That's really the bracelet size. The anklets really can go up to size 13 or 14 if you want those, but generally they're size 9 to 11. And just ask for the custom size. A little larger may cost you a little more, but not that much. The bracelet size 5 to 9, that covers from children's up to men's bracelets, and with women in between. The SEC is a SEC 40, means there's 40 hooks on that display. They also hold jewelry cards 4 deep. One side is chains. Again, 60 chains, 30 bracelets, or anklets combination. The same sizing. The anklets here are actually not marked correctly. The anklets really run from 9 to 11 inches on average. Again, the top opens here for storage, convenient storage. They all come, the displays come with the Peter Stone signs. Or if it happens to be Dive Silver or any one of our brands, we supply those signs and the carding, the jewelry hanging card to match that line. The CHUS is a smaller display, maybe for a smaller store. It is the dimensions here, less than 8 inches wide, almost 10 inches deep, and almost 30 inches high. The height is very good because it gives visibility from a distance and draws attention. With 32 hooks, 16 on each side, holding 4 pieces of jewelry again, 4 deep on each hook. Any combination, pendants, charms, small necklaces, earrings, body jewelry. Again, the choice is yours, the way you want them to be shown. We have been requested to have these without the display doors. People want their customers to touch them, so we now have them without the locking displays. That will be our standard. The locking doors will be a special request and be the little bit higher cost, but not that much. The CHUL is just a double wide CHUS. It holds twice as much jewelry, 32 hooks, 4 deep. That's 32 hooks on each side times 2. So that's 64 hooks. It holds 256 pieces of jewelry. Again, the assortment, the styling is entirely up to you. It could be all earrings, could be all charms, all pendants, a combination of thereof, whichever works best for you. The PDD is for a smaller store, someone who just wants to try out a smaller display. It's a very convenient rubberwood display. Again, all the displays are rubberwood. Comes with a Peter Stone sign. If it happens to be Dive Silver, magic symbols, or just like silver, we have those signage for whichever brand it is that you're working with. The door locks on this. It's a single key. Storage drawers in the back. It's quite a convenient little display. It comes with the pad and the pins, the U pins to pin in the jewelry. Again, it could have bracelets, necklaces, anklets, any assortment that you would feel that's best for your customers. The PRD is a combination jewelry of pendant and ring display. You can put earrings, charms, bracelets again. Again, the combination's up to you. You could put toe rings in there, pinky rings, children's rings. Again, it's a very versatile display, and it really depends what your market is. But, to start with, general rings are just fine. And the pendants and charms. Pendants, I think, are better, and they're more impactful. They'll make you more profit. We'll move on to the next one, which is the RD, a beautiful ring display. These black caps are actually wooden dolls that slide in through the rings under the ring tray pad to lock the rings into place. We do not put a cover on this display. Rings sell better, all jewelry sells better if your customers can touch it. So in this display, they can go and touch the rings, pull them, but they won't come out of the slot. You need someone there to service them. If they want to see the ring, you simply pull the doll. It's a wooden doll. You pull it backwards by the rubber knob. It takes the doll out of the ring. You then just take the ring out, let your customer try it on. Again, it has a storage drawer in the back. This holds 72 rings. It's really a nice looking display, a very classy display for a nice store. TRD is the toe ring display. It holds 96 assorted toe rings. It's a very nice, small impulse display, great for near the cash register. Doesn't take up hardly any space. 8 by 8 inches wide. It's a very nice compact display. It sits at a slight angle. We put the knob in the back, so for people who would like to take the rings without paying you, this deters them a little bit. It makes it a big deal to open this display from the back. It's just not fast to get into. It's easy to get into, but it's not fast. And it is a really nice, compact, small display. Very affordable. This is only $299 full, with 96 toe rings assorted. It's a great seller. It's a good combination starter with a CHU, this TRD, and a GDU. It's a great way to make impact with a nice full collection of jewelry. These are some of the different pricing options for the various displays. In order to get free displays, you simply have to review this and see the column here that shows the free display. You have to purchase this minimum amount of jewelry. The display is yours to use free. The display costs well up to $200. The shipping, the work that goes into it today, we just want to get that display. But I did want you to understand the free display is a minimum purchase. You can get the display and fill it with if you have a slightly lower budget, you can fill it with a lesser amount of jewelry. About 75% of the option 1, a full display. It's not quite a full display is $2,900, about almost $3,000 to fill every slot 4 deep and full of rings for the GDU, for example. But I'm only requiring, we're at Peter Stone requiring that you just purchase $19.97 worth of jewelry to get that free display. We want to get that to you and get you started with that. It's a great tool and it will help increase your sales. But again, if your cash isn't quite there, you can get it 75% off. I will give you retail jewelry to offset the cost of the display, which is to the right, $199. You pay that. I'll give you more than $199 worth of retail jewelry. You sell it, you will get the display free by just selling the jewelry that I give to you free. The retail value of that jewelry, it's a simple offset. If you need more detail, please give us a call. We'll get you more clarity. But you can stop the video and take a look at these prices, understand it, and if you need help, please call us, 1-800-397-8787. But I will go on to the next pricing structure for each display that we do have. The CHUS, the minimums are here. The CHUL, the minimum is here. For a bigger store, you want that larger CHU display so you don't have to keep restocking it so often. It's a great, highly visible display, almost 30 inches high. It gets attention in a larger store. The RD as well is a great display to put next to the CHUL. It gives you great flexibility in moving the displays around for a larger volume store. The PRD, the PDD are for probably smaller stores to test lines and to see how they work, but the vertical displays definitely are much more impactful, will make you more money. But if you're a new business just starting out, I recommend that you start with the smaller displays if you are on a budget. The TRD, again, is great for any beachfront shop, really any summertime shop, people wearing sandals all the time. And I highly suggest you always do a 3-4 price. People travel and pick couples, not selling 2-4, but 3-4. For example, if the rings cost $10 a piece and you sell them for $25, at the end of the week or the end of the month, you're selling 5 out of 6 sales are 3 rings at a time. So those are $25 sales instead of $10. And they're faster volume sales. You will sell more jewelry in the long run using the 3-4 option. We will go into more of this spreadsheet data on this and what this profit means to you. But in the meantime, you can grab a calculator and do some number crunching here. We also offer all these different brands in jewelry hanging cards for our different lines. The Just Like Silver, which is not sterling silver, it's a white bronze, silver plated, for maybe gift shops or a lower priced market, lower end tourist market where there are budgeted people. Dive Silver, Nautical and Sea Life line, the main Peter Stone line. The Breezy Stone, which is more of a fashion design jewelry line. And Magic Symbols, the Wicca and Pagan line that we have. You can get your own custom design cards made with your store name on there. We'll do that for you. Just let us know. Give us a call or send us a contact form from our website, any one of the websites. And finally, we have our custom gift boxes and bags. We can make your own gift boxes, but we have these really beautiful Peter Stone gift boxes, very affordable. You can get them. We sell the jewelry in sets, pre-boxed, pre-boxed and shipped to you, or you can buy the jewelry yourself and make your own gift boxes. We also have the nice velvet bags with nice silver drawstrings, and they're very nice. They come in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large, and there are different colors. There's a purple and a green, a blue, and a black, a nice elegant black bag. Well, these are some of our tools for this week I wanted to share and make sure you knew about these in detail. People are busy today. You get an email, and if you don't get this information, I think in this format and where you can stop, digest it, understand it, find out the real power of these displays and the real details. And if you have any confusion or any questions, please just give us a call or email us, and you'll have all the details below and on the next screen of how to contact us. So I appreciate your time, and I hope I was able to share some useful information with you. This is Peter signing out until next week, and this is the Peter Stone Jewelry Display Programs. Very profitable, very useful. Give us a call. Good for the environment, good for your income, good for your customer. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you next week. Goodbye now.